As we speak, the Office of the Registrar of Political Parties has officially okayed the removal of Edwin Watenya Sifuna as the Secretary General of ODM. And in this video, I want us to look into some of the reasons why that's the case. How did they come to that conclusion? And so with no further ado, let's get after it. Number one, according to the ORPP themselves, the reason why they okayed the removal of Edwin Watenya Sifuna is because they received the official communication from ODM that he has been ousted, and they reached out to Sifuna to issue his side of the story and his rebuttal, basically a defense as to why he shouldn't be removed, and Sifuna failed to give a rebuttal. Not my words, just have a look at this letter from the ORPP, and I quote. Header reads, National Executive Committee resolution on the removal of Honorable Edwin Watenya Sifuna from the office of the Secretary General onto the body. Reference is made to the above subject matter and previous communication on the same, including your letter dated 8th July 2026 on the powers of the National Executive Committee to set up and determine the terms of reference for any committee. Upon review of the document submitted by the party and the lack of response, I would like to repeat that line one more time. Upon review of the document submitted by the party and the lack of response from Honorable Edwin Watenya Sifuna, we note that the removal of the Party Secretary General was in line with the Political Parties Act Cap 7D and the ODM party constitution. The office has effected the change and updated the party records. Yours faithfully, JC Lorionoku. It used to be easier when we had Andaihera as the ORPP. Hii jina ni ngumu kutaja. Lorionoku. So yeah, Sifuna's refusal to issue a rebuttal was taken as an okay. That is fine with his removal, and that is that. So now the question remains, why did Sifuna not issue a rebuttal? He had already expressed interest in fighting them to the highest of the heavens, but now he's not responding. I believe the reason behind that is the imminent launch of a new party. So many leaders have been telling Sifuna, even we on this channel, I believe, we've been telling Sifuna that, look, you cannot tell us you're going to be president or deputy president or you're going to lead any of us while you're still fighting to be Secretary General of ODM. You have to exit that role. You have done your part over the years. Congratulations on that. Now move into the next step where you're your own man, in your own party, with your own logo, with your own colors, your own headquarters, your own constitution, your own secretary general, your own deputy party leader, national chairperson, national youth leader, your own people and your own government. That is the way forward. And I believe he took that to heart. And any moment now I'm expecting a new party to be launched. And I don't expect it to be Caleb Amisi's party. We don't want any juvenile leaders who believe it's my way or the highway. How can you launch a party and then one of the members of that party is running for president and you're giving them ultimatums? Who is going to lead who? A party which has Sifuna and Caleb Amisi, both in leadership roles, will crumble. It's the same way Ruto and Gachagua was always destined to fail. Both are strong men. Gachagua wants it his way, Ruto wants it his way. Ikashindikana, moja akakuwa impeached. So let's have a party that is fresh with Sifuna at the helm of the party. Wajuaji wote wakuwe lifelong members and other small roles. La sivyo waende waunde playground yao wacheze huko. Number 2. Now guess who's at the forefront of celebrating Sifuna's ouster? It's none other than the Tukunias of Mulembe Nation. The known wasaliti wa jamii, the likes of juvenile PK Salasia and another bitter lemon called Savula. I once met Savula at Aga Khan Hospital, but he's just as confused even in real life. Just listen to him celebrating the downfall of his own brother while singing two-term ya William Samoei Ruto Kipchirchir. Here's the tape.
Asante sana. Kuna habari sharp imeingia tu saa hii. Sifuna sasa ametolewa officially kama SG wa chama cha ODM. Na register political parties ameidhinisha. Gone. 2032 president yuko hapa. Tumemaliza hiyo maneno.
I think on my end I also need to tone it down because mtu kama huyu Savula na uchukue Kimani Ichung'wah si watu wabaya. They are just fulfilling their destinies. Even Judas was born with a purpose. Someone had to betray the Messiah ndo ifanyike vile ilifanyika, and he was assigned that purpose. And he made sure he fulfilled his purpose, aka destiny. So kama hawa walizaliwa wakwe wasaliti wa jamii, moja anasaliti wa Kikuyu, mwingine anasaliti wa Luya, it is fine. Who are we to question their destinies? Si kila mtu afanye yake. Anywho, be that as it may, guys, that's just my opinion. Let's head on over to X to see what other Kenyans of goodwill had to say about this ouster of Edwin Sifuna, and I quote. Kev Muller said, every ending creates a new beginning. Edwin Sifuna is now aiming for the country's top office. Kaini na hiyo ofisi yenu ya matakataka. # sisi ndio Sifuna. Queen 254 Trail said, Sifuna and his supporters moved on long ago. Lock the stable and switch off the lights. Well said, Queen 254. Ben Baraza said, exactly how we wanted it. You can now comfortably keep ODM in Luo Nyanza. Idiots. Jack Ajimbo said, who takes ODM seriously after the old party leader is calling for dictatorship? Correct. Daniel said, the president incoming, Omwami Edwin Sifuna, is unbowed and cowed and moves on for a greater call. And finally, Martin said, Sifuna is no longer in the league of Secretary General. He's now a serious contender for the nation's top job. We thank ODM for the platform that helped our son grow into a leader he is today. Politics is about the future, and sometimes to win the highest office, you have to move beyond where your journey began. Correct, but what say you guys? Do drop me your comments in the section below and I'll do best to read them and to give you a response. So with that, here today's ads of the day. Interior design is one of those things you can't afford to get wrong. So if you're looking for experts to do your gypsum, wainscoting, paintwork, tiles, washrooms and kitchen, reach out to Dhaka Living on 0706 026 218. That's 0706 026 218. If you're in need of electrical wiring, solar installation or electrical fittings such as strip lights, snake lights, downlighters or chandeliers, contact Engineer Wycliffe at 0707 476602 and he'll get your house dapped up. Now, if you're here for the first time, please go on and hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching for a different platform, just head on over to YouTube, search for David Wafula. Hit the subscribe button, you're going to be getting a ton of content of this nature. If politics is something you're passionate about, this is definitely the one channel that you really need to subscribe to. Alright guys, adios. Thank you for choosing David Wafula as your primary news platform. We put countless hours in research, recording, and editing. By showing up each and every day to watch our videos, you encourage us to generate more videos for the viewers. We are on a mission to inform, educate, and build a better tomorrow. To our thousands of followers in a world full of presidents, kings, and queens, you are the real gem. Adios.